Le Mans is a great race for a different Italian, Marco Melandri. Before Pedrosa, Stoner and Lorenzo came along, Melandri looked like the next big star. In 2005, he finished second to Valentino Rossi in the World Championship. Then he joined Ducati as Casey Stoner's teammate and finished the 2008 season in 17th place. Melandri blamed the bike. Ducati blamed Melandri. Stoner's victories suggested the bike was not the problem. In fact, the Australian's results were down to his supernatural ability. His talent was masking the machine's defects. Ducati decided there was something wrong with Melandri and brought in a psychologist. Melandri left Ducati. He joined Kawasaki for 2009. That is what was left of Kawasaki's MOTO GP project. A bare-bones single-rider outfit. Team Hayate Kawasaki had last year's bike and no sponsors. But at Le Mans they had what they needed. Treacherous track conditions are an equalizer. The bike doesn't matter so much. They all have more than enough power in the wet. The race becomes a test of the rider's skill, courage and judgment. It's Melandri's chance to show what he can do. The tables turn. First Lorenzo in the gravel in Spain, and Rossi victorious. Then Rossi on the ground in France, and Lorenzo atop the podium.
It's happened. I won the race. Valentino's crash. In the best of my dreams, I didn't imagine this can happen.
4 races, 1 pole position each, 3 winners. Almost even on points. Stay on the bike and stay in one piece. That's the key. Stoner, Pedrosa and Lorenzo all crashed out of races and broke bones in 2008. Rossi never fell once in 18 races. But he's crashed now. A chink in the armour, maybe. Mugello belongs to Valentino Rossi. He's won here every year since 2002. But this time it's Lorenzo on pole, Stoner beside him, and Rossi on the second row. Pedrosa is 8th. He crashed in practice. Then he had a scare in the morning warm-up session.
I had a very big, almost high side. I felt a big crack here inside, and from that point on, it was almost impossible to ride.
Just when he was getting fit. The weathers followed them from Le Mans. Lorenzo crashes before the race has even started. That'll dent your confidence.
I was so worried after my crash in the warm-up lap. Also in the start I have some problems with the spinning on the rear. Everybody overtook me and I was almost the last.
It's another flag-to-flag rodeo. This time with Marco Melandri actually taking the lead from Rossi at one point. Once the track has dried and the riders have switched to slick tyres, it's a fight to the finish between the Yamahas, the Ducati and the Honda. The Honda is not Pedrosa, it's his teammate Andrea Dovizioso. Pedrosa is down in 11th, and then he's down and out. This weekend, Casey Stoner seems a lot happier with his bike.
From the beginning I had a much better feeling, a much better rhythm, making sure I wasn't making any mistakes because there's still quite a lot of water on the track.
But then
we started having problems with the clutch. I was going down the main straight and it was just spinning out. There was no power going through the bike and I thought it was race over. I thought I burnt the clutch out somehow and we weren't going to be able to finish the race. So I just tried adjusting it as much as I could and we got it to a point where it started to grab again and go. Then we started having the bike lock up coming into the corners because we'd adjusted the clutch too far in. It was really, really difficult to ride.
Stoner now does what he can do better than anybody. He adapts to the situation and goes even faster. This could be a big day for Ducati. They've never won at their home track. Can Stoner do it? There's an Australian on the Italian throne. King Casey of the House of Ducati.
After 7 wins in a row is a pity, but the race was crazy, incredible. Anyway, the podium is better than nothing. The championship is very tight.
After my crash in the warm-up lap, the race has been like a dream. More happy than a victory.
The rain and cold are behind them. Hot sun blazes down on Barcelona.
So the race will be very, very long, especially with this condition and with this temperature. For sure, after 5-6 laps, all the bike slide and spin everywhere. So it will be a great and a hard fight.
5 races down, 2 wins apiece for Stoner and Lorenzo, only 1 for Rossi. Lorenzo has a Barcelona Football Club helmet for Catalunya. More than Jerez, this is his home race, just across the water from his family in Mallorca. Lorenzo is on pole, but Rossi's time is almost identical. That's how it's going to be this weekend. Same bikes, same lap times, same target. There are 13 corners at the Catalunya circuit. The best passing opportunities are at turn 1, turn 4, and turn 10. Turn 5 is possible but tricky. After turn 10, it's impossible to overtake unless the rider in front of you makes a mistake or leaves a gap. 3 laps to go. Heading for turn 1 at 200 miles an hour, Rossi prepares to make his move.
I dreamed about this pass for 2 weeks, in the last corner and in the last lap.
To say the truth, I didn't expect him to pass me. He was more clever or more brave.
Valentino, that last overtake, have you actually seen anybody else make an overtake at that corner?
Actually, he did it to me in 2007.
Thank you, Casey. That's what I wanted to know.
I learned my lesson already.
This was before Lorenzo was in Moto GP. 6 laps to go. Rossi passes Stoner in the final corner. Stoner went on to win the race, but Rossi played that card. He knew he could do it.
It's unbelievable, I think, never happened before. After 6 races, we are equal point, but not 2 riders, 3 riders.
3 riders on the same points after 6 races. Suddenly, one of them is in big trouble.
After just a few laps, I was completely destroyed. I was very close to pulling in the pits, and the bike was working really well, but I just wasn't able to keep the pace. I couldn't brake, I was nearly falling in the front of the bike on the brakes. My legs cramping, everything, my stomach.
Heat stroke? A virus? Stoner looks terrible after the race. It's a shame. He was the fastest guy out there today, set the fastest lap on lap 2. It could have been a 3-way fight. Dani Pedrosa is also walking wounded. He fractured his femur when he crashed in the Mugello race. Then he re-injured his hip when he fell in qualifying in Barcelona.
Unfortunately, it was on the right side. Again, one more shock on this area. This kind of injury needs time. Everybody knows we don't have.
Catalunya was Valentino Rossi's 99th Grand Prix victory. Can he make it 100 at the oldest circuit on the calendar? Assen is another of the world champion's favourite tracks. He's won here 7 times.
This is a special place for sure. Assen is the place with more history behind. Also my father won here with 250.
Pedrosa and Stoner both have fitness problems. Lorenzo is the threat.
Another battle with Jorge, like in Barcelona, is too much, especially for the old people like my grandmother. I make a good start from the pole position. I try to push a lot because I know Jorge have more or less my same pace.